She was 16 years old, and no one came to help. A 16-year-old girl, locked in a basement, starving. The person responsible was the woman her own father paid to protect her. This is the murder of Sylvia Marie Likens, one of the worst crimes in American history. Sylvia Marie Likens, born January 3, 1949. Age at death, 16. Location, Indianapolis, Indiana. Status, homicide. Who was Sylvia? She was the third of 5 children. Her parents were carnival workers, always moving, always broke. She was described as warm, confident, and protective. Her younger sister Jenny had polio. $20 a week. That is what Gertrude Banaszewski agreed to take, to house Sylvia and Jenny while their parents traveled. It was supposed to be temporary. Lester shook her hand, left his daughters at the door, and drove away. He had no idea what he had just done. Who is Gertrude Banaszewski? Age 36. Single mother of 7, 3 failed marriages, a victim of domestic abuse, chronic depression, asthmatic. None of this excuses what came next. The first 2 weeks were fine. Sylvia helped with chores. She sang along to records. She went to Sunday school. Then a payment came in late. That was all it took. I took care of you 2 little bitches for a week for nothing. Weeks passed. Gertrude turned on Sylvia alone. She told her children Sylvia was dirty, promiscuous, a liar. And one by one, they believed her. What they did to her: beaten regularly, force-fed food and made to eat her own vomit, burned with cigarettes more than 100 times, used as a judo dummy by neighborhood teenagers, pushed down basement stairs for entertainment, were charged 5 cents admission to watch, and neighborhood kids. Paula Banaszewski punched Sylvia so hard she broke her own wrist on Sylvia's face. Sylvia never told the authorities, neither did Jenny, because Gertrude made one thing clear: if they told anyone, it would only get worse. They believed her, because it always did. October 1965. Sylvia was locked in the basement, permanently, kept in the dark, barely fed, no bathroom access, no way out. October 23, 1965. Gertrude called Sylvia upstairs. She took a heated needle and began carving words into Sylvia's stomach. When she got tired, she handed it to a 14-year-old boy and told him to finish. The words carved into Sylvia's stomach read, "I'm a prostitute and proud of it," carved into the stomach of a 16-year-old girl. That night, Sylvia whispered to her sister, "Jenny, I know you don't want me to die, but I'm going to die. I can tell it." October 26, 1965. She could no longer speak clearly. She could not lift a glass of milk. She tried one last time to escape. She made it to the stairs, then collapsed. Gertrude stamped on her head. Sylvia Likens died that afternoon. She was 16 years old. Cause of death: subdural hematoma, complicated by severe malnutrition and shock. More than 150 wounds were found on her body. When police arrived, Gertrude handed them a letter, one she had forced Sylvia to write days before her death, blaming a group of boys. It was a lie. It was Jenny who told the truth. She whispered to a police officer, "Get me out of here, and I'll tell you everything." 5 people were arrested. Gertrude Banaszewski, first-degree murder; Paula Banaszewski in second-degree murder; Richard Hobbs, manslaughter; Coy Hubbard, manslaughter; John Banaszewski Jr., manslaughter. Here is the part nobody talks about. 1985, 20 years after Sylvia's death, Gertrude Banaszewski walked out of prison. At her parole hearing, she said, "I'm not sure what role I had. I was on drugs. I take full responsibility for whatever happened to Sylvia." She moved to Iowa, changed her name, called herself a devout Christian, died of lung cancer in 1990. She never fully admitted what she did. Jenny Likens spent the rest of her life dependent on anxiety medication. She died of a heart attack in 2004. She was 54 years old, still haunted. Sylvia's death directly led to Indiana's mandated reporter law. Citizens are now legally required to report suspected child abuse. A child advocacy center in Lebanon, Indiana, now bears her name. She didn't survive, but because of her, others have. Sylvia Marie Likens, January 3, 1949, October 26, 1965. She deserved so much more time. Follow for more cases. Every story deserves to be told.